the show, trading are by focusing on a new listing. Bharat Highway InvIT has listed at 101 rupees per share versus an issue price of 100 rupees per share. Remember, this was a 2,500 crore public offering, and the InvIT has road assets in Punjab, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh. To discuss the way forward, we're joined by Amit Kumar Singh, CEO of GR Highway Investment Managers. He will join in very shortly from very shortly from now. That's Bharat Highway, the new listing. But this is going to be a very, very busy week in terms of IPOs and listings. We've got two main board IPOs listing. Popular Vehicles, we just heard the management. They're looking to raise about 600 crore rupees. This will be the second automobile dealership dealer to be listed after Landmarks. Yes. You're going to have Popular. And then you also have a company called Crystal Integrated, whose IPO will open up for subscription this week, which is a facilities management company, which basically means that if you have a very large office, any corporate headquarters, or even your manufacturing plant, they will provide plumbing, electrical service, gardening, security guards. So they manage the entire facility for you. And its peers, listed peers, will be the likes of Updater, SIS, Quest Corp also has a facilities management business. So it's going to be a busy week, but let's get to the first listing of the week, and that's Bharat Highways InvIT. We have the management with us now. Thank you very much, Mr. Singh, for joining in. The first question when it comes to an InvIT is the DPU, the dividend per unit. So can you tell us historically what has been the dividend that you've been paying out? And going ahead, given the assets that you have, now that you're listed, if you could give some guidance on what the dividend is going to be going ahead.
Sure. So, basically on dividend, we haven't paid any dividend out in past because we just got listed today and we acquired the asset just a few days back, right? So this is a part of the formation transaction. So we'll start paying dividend henceforth. But the guidance what we have given in the market is around 11.5%, which is our DPU guidance we had given, and which will be a mix of dividend, your interest, repayment of debt, interest or debt, your capital reduction. So it will be a mix of all this, but this is the guidance what we have been, what we had given in the market. Yeah.
Mr. Singh, congratulations first up on your listing. It's a big day for you as well. But I wanted to ask you, since now you can share numbers now that you are a listed company. Sure. What is the, how are you planning to end FY24 in terms of toll collections? What is the kind of top line growth that you are anticipating for FY24? And if you can share the same number for FY25 as well.
See, I'll tell you, first of all, our assets are HAM assets, which are the annuity assets. So we are not supposed to be collecting the toll. We just get annuity from NHAI, National Highway Authority of India. Toll collection is the prerogative of NHAI. So we don't collect the toll. It's been actually collected by the NHAI. We just get the annuity. Now for the FY24, we'll be closing around same 960, 970 odd crores. And for the next year, FY25, this put together 7 assets, annuity is going to be almost 1,010, 1,015 odd crores. And the number for FY26 is going to be for around 945, 950 odd crores. However, this is just the 7 assets as the part of the formation transaction this InvIT acquired from GR Infra. And we are, as I had mentioned earlier as well, as a part of the ROFO agreement, we'll be acquiring more assets from GR, and as and when those assets will get added, their revenues will also get added. So maybe my 1,015, 1,010 numbers might get added because if I add more assets during this year itself, and we are looking to acquire 2-3 assets this year itself. Yes.
Give some color on the assets that you're looking to acquire. Have you finalized them? How much would they add to your overall base and portfolio?
Yeah, so if you see right now, our EV is going to be around 5,600 odd crores, right? And the asset what we are looking to acquire, that maybe as soon as maybe first quarter or maybe June, July, August max, that will have a enterprise value of around 1,200 odd crores. And for that already the process and all have started. We have to go to unit holders and we have to get it approved from our board. So of course all those process we need to do. But in terms of evaluating those assets and in terms of NHI, NOCs and all, we have already started the process. So that will add 1,200 crores EV. We may look to acquire one more asset from GR Infra, which is Q4, and which will have an EV of say around maybe 6-7 100 odd crores. We are also evaluating some assets from the market, which are in the range of around 1,100 enterprise value, which we look to close within this fiscal year itself if everything goes by. Even if we keep those aside, I think we can easily add maybe 17 to 1,800 crores of the EV to our existing enterprise value this year itself. Yes.
Okay, so 1,200 crore of an asset you're looking to acquire in June in the months of June and July, and there will be another one
maybe
which you're contemplating.
July, August,
closer to July. Okay, and the other one is going to be 500, 600 crore of an enterprise value, which will happen
which will be Q4, which will be Q4 FY25.
Calendar year. Calendar.
Yeah.
Okay, Q4 FY25.
Q4 FY25. Yeah, March 26. That way.
Right. Mr. Singh, I had to ask you though, there has been a lot of volatility in the revenues of your SPVs, but typically InvIT earnings are supposed to be stable, right? What is the reason behind this volatility, and do you see a stabilizing trend going forward as we close this financial year and go into the next one?
See, absolutely. Basically, this is a more tricky, and I had tried explaining earlier as well. What happens, basically, this is a simple, just to put in a layman's term, suppose if the 100 rupees is the cost of project, under this HAM model, hybrid annuity model, what happens, 40 rupees NHAI pay you during construction, 60 rupees you get over next 15 years during your operation and maintenance period. Now, that 60 rupees, you just get, not only 60, you also get interest on that, and which is on a reducing balance method, like how the EMI structure works for a mortgage loan. So that's why as and when your 60 whatever NHI is paid will come down, it will be run down to that extent. On the balance portion, you will get your interest. So what happens is the 60 what you get from authority, as per the Ind AS accounting, you book this as a financial asset. You get a interest on that, which is term as a revenue. So I think this is a more tricky in terms of explanation perspective. Simple, if I would say to viewers, to investors, that you should look at EBITDA, which is a cash flow. I think the cash which is coming from authority, which is coming from SPV to InvIT, and which InvIT in turn to distribute to your unit holders. I can tell you that the guidance what we have given, right, that is not going to be impacted much because of any reasons. And second thing is, of course, there could be some change here and there with respect to interest on annuities if that rate changes. But however, one thing is that when I add more asset to my existing portfolio, then of course my revenue, the minimum guidance what we have given, we should be able to maintain that. Maybe we might increase it also. And that's how, in terms of you're saying that if say, in terms of continuity, in terms of stability in the cash flows, yes, we are not even looking at stability in the cash flows. Maybe we are looking at some increment in our cash flows.
Thank you very much for joining in. Congratulations. Yeah. This is a big milestone in the history of the company, Bharat Highways InvIT. Thank you very much for joining in, and all the very best. We'll slip into a break. On the other side, we'll discuss commodities. Manisha Gupta will join in on the other side. Stay tuned.